What's up, guys? Expel here, and you guys have been asking for it. You wanted me to bring it back, so we're bringing it back. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be breaking down another solo gameplay so you guys can get better at winning all your solos, or at least a couple more solos throughout the day. But I'm going to be breaking down a gameplay that I thought was actually really, really good, and I wasn't using the growl and the MP5, so hey, a little something different. But if you guys do go on to enjoy, it'd be greatly appreciated. First of all, we're working our way to 70,000 subscribers. If you guys could do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. Seriously, just go subscribe right now, John. Yeah, I'm talking to you, John. Yeah, I see. Oh, you're subscribed too? Oh, my bad. Okay. Also, if you do want to enjoy, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on notifications, ladies and gentlemen. Those three are huge, especially the like. If you guys, hey, listen, if you wanna do that, that'd be greatly appreciated. Also, feel free to follow me over on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and my YouTube videos go live every day at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, make sure you comment. I've said also 12 times, but hey, make sure you comment on the video what your favorite part was, or what allowed you to learn a little something more than you already knew about Warzone. Regardless, let's go ahead and hop on into things, and let's get to winning some more Warzone solos. So off the rip, ladies and gentlemen, I do want to let you know that we did start this game off a little bit differently than you guys are used to me starting it, and that is because you don't get to see it. That's what happened. No, I grabbed my guns immediately. I got an MP7, I got a RAM, and I immediately started working on either trying to find kills, which you'll see the guy right here. I saw him a minute ago, and I started working my way over here to get the kill. And right here, the biggest thing that you're seeing me do is kind of rotate out to reset the situation. We're jumping right into the tips, by the way. Just reset the situation, wait and see if he's going to push me, get a reload on my MP7, and prepare myself to go in and get the kill on the guy. Now, I can't really find where he's gone, so I'm just going to kind of slowly walk in, you know, sneak my way around, see if I can figure out where he's went. I don't want to do anything rash like run downstairs, so we're going to hop on top of the building and walk over this direction and see if we can find him. So I see on the heartbeat he's down below. I'm going to look down, peek it for half a second, and then come back, look again, and then headshot him. So pretty easy kills right there. We're looking at $2,700 right now. I don't have any plates, but we did just grab a satchel pretty much off the rip, so that's going to be massively helpful. So the biggest thing in the early game is that you want to really just try and get your loadout as early as you possibly can. This is something I'm a huge advocate of. If you're not getting your loadout early on, you're just going to be bad, like in a bad situation. So we're running back over to our landing spot, which is going to be these two buildings, like the two tall, like hotel style buildings. And we're just gonna start looking around and seeing what's going to be in some loot boxes and things like that, so that we can get our loadout. We did get a couple of plates there, which is fantastic, but we're just going to continue moving on throughout this to just find more stuff. Now, in this game, as I said in the intro, we are going to be using some different weapons. A lot of you guys are used to me using, you know, the growl and the MP5, but in this case, I can't do it anymore. That guy, he had a trophy. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm not going to get the kill. But I wanted to try something different because I'm so tired of seeing people like, oh god, he's using your growl and the MP5. Like, of course I am. It's the best weapons in the game right now, and until they get patched, there's no reason not to use them. But I just want to show you a different gameplay, so that's what we're doing right here. But there was a guy that was shooting at me. I tried to pop some shots. It wasn't working. I'm not able to really put in enough bullets to kill anybody with these two weapons. It's something that I've spoken about in a previous video. Whenever you have two weapons that are off the ground, they're not going to really have enough ammo capacity or, like, you know, mag capacity for you to kill somebody. So it looks like this guy might be inside the building. I pop some shots. We get an easy kill on the guy. And this is where things get a little weird, because I thought that was the guy that was inside the bottom of the building. And then come to find out, not only was it not the guy that was in the bottom of the building, but there was another guy on top of the building that was shooting me as well. Are you effing kidding me? So at this point, we got the F in SCAR. We've got the SCAR, and one big thing that I've noticed about the Gulag is if you go in and you're not scared to, you know, try and be that first person out, you're probably not gonna die. That's the big thing. If you go into the Gulag and you're being a scared little sissy, then yeah, you're probably gonna die. There's just not a lot you can do about it. So right here, we're coming back down, and I want to start looking around on the map. I check and see if there's anything over here that I can grab, and obviously there's not. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the place that I know the best. I'm gonna start floating over, and I'm gonna see if I can catch and see where anybody is at on top of this building, because I know that this guy was on the roof. I saw him before, and that's a big deal. I want to see if I can get that kill, maybe easily with a pistol or something like that, sneak my way in and get the kill. Or maybe if he's jumped off the building, see if there's any loot left, grab a weapon and start firing down on my enemies. So I see that there's no one on the roof. We're gonna grab this M91, grab the throwing knife, just pretty much everything that's on the roof, and not worry about whether or not we're gonna die right here, because it looks like, as you can see, there's some money on the ground, there's some stuff on the ground. He has died. So I see my stuff down there still unlooted, and I'm a little bit confused as to why it's unlooted. You know, I figure if the guy on top died, the guy on bottom killed me. You'd think that he'd push to get my stuff, but in this case, he's not. So I jump on the building. I want to keep the high ground for as long as I can. I look around. I scan over the area. I don't see him here. So we're going to be very quick, and we're going to grab all of our stuff as quickly as we possibly can. I'm going to grab my MP7, but I'm going to keep the M91 for my long-range weapon for just a second. I see the Bruin on the ground. We're going to grab that as well, just because the Bruin's going to be a better weapon than the M91. And I will say, while we're just going through this small part right here, I know a lot of people are watching this and they're like, hey, he's just saying what he's doing. And I think you've really misunderstood the meaning of this video. So basically, what I'm doing is not just explaining, hey, this is what I'm doing, but why I'm doing it. So we do have this guy in the building. Wow. Listen, you can't teach that. I'm sorry. You just can't teach that. It's a split-second decision on my part. You know, you just have to wait and see if they're gonna just get destroyed or not. So you pop a few shots, you make sure their armor's halfway down. I saw that, you know, I did have that throwing knife from when I landed on the roof, and I was like, F it, we'll give it a shot. I chucked the throwing knife, he dies. It's not much more crazy than that. But like I said, it's a big deal to understand that this isn't just like, hey, I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing. I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing it. So I see a guy right there. I'm gonna rotate back, try and give myself a better position. I slowly walk up. The reason I'm slowly walking up instead of full on sprinting is because I want to stay quiet. Now, I do know this area pretty well, and I know that there's a couple of places he could be sitting. So I'm going to check the corner first, and that's where he's going to be sitting immediately. And as soon as I knock or kill him or whatever it may be, in this case, obviously kill, I'm going to push in, grab that loot. We're sitting on $12,000. What this means to me is that I do have an opportunity to go grab my loadout. Now, yes, I could just wait for a loadout that's going to be here within 30 seconds, or I could push and grab my loadout and then realize shortly after that I could have waited. And in that case, that's what I'm doing here. But I'm going to throw it anyway, because I don't see why I wouldn't throw it. Because even if this comes down and I get my loadout, I can always take the opportunity to go get Ghost. Now, as you can see, I ended up grabbing a RAM and an HDR. These are actually some of my favorite weapons in the game. The RAM's a very high damage weapon. The HDR, I hate snipers in this game, but it's fun to use. It's really fun to use. I hate the damage that they do. You can shoot somebody 3 times with a sniper and they still don't die. But if you hit them in the head 1 time, it's a kill. So it is what it is. You take it or leave it. You win some, you lose some, you know? So we're going to slowly push over this direction. We do have this loadout drop in the middle of the road. And I'm thinking, hey, may as well go ahead and get Ghost since it's out here. We're going to wait and see if somebody's going to push it. This guy didn't see me. I'm going to pop some shots. I'm still trying to figure out how to lead my shots in this game, but we did crack his armor in this case. We're holding a head glitch right here. That way he doesn't have a huge like area to shoot on my body. And as I get closer, I'm gonna still keep a head glitch, and I'm gonna pop him in the head with my RAM. Now, in that case, maybe mounting would have been a better option. Maybe just waiting and seeing if he's going to push out in the open would have been a better option. But it just depends on your aim. I trusted my aim, even if that guy was just going to head glitch, to be able to shoot him because I was also on a head glitch. But worked out in my favor just because of how well I know my aim and, you know, my abilities within the game. So we're going to start slowly working our way around the map, maybe looking for kills, maybe looking for cash, whatever it may be for the moment. We're going to use our heartbeat as we run every once in a while just to make sure no one's around. And literally, so the thing is, whenever I'm using the heartbeat, I do things a little bit differently. A lot of people will hold it out for a second and see if they're going to get anybody. For the sake of sprinting as fast as I possibly can, I will pull the heartbeat out for a half a second and pull it right back in, because it'll always give you the noise whenever someone's actually close. Otherwise, you just don't need to worry about it, in my personal opinion. So I saw that there was a bounty over here, so I decided to go ahead and grab that. And my first reaction is, hey, this guy's TTV. He might be good. So that's what I think. Anytime I see like TTV, which actually I'm lying, but he has it's in his clan tag. I'm sorry. But whenever I first saw it, that's what I thought, is that it said TTV. So I was like, oh, I better take this building and get in here quick. And then, you know, just like now, you know, I saw that it was just ITZ. Regardless, he's going to slowly be pushing in, and he's going to take the building outside. Now, I did hear some glass break just a second ago, so we're going to slowly make our way to the roof. The reason we're doing this is because high ground is key within Call of Duty Warzone or pretty much any other battle royale game. So we do have a 50 round mag in our RAM, and then, you know, as we push to the roof, we got to keep in mind like how many bullets we have. We got to keep in mind what kind of weapon I want to be using. Do I want to use my RAM? Do I want to use my HDR? But at the same time, I see that there's a precision airstrike coming in. Now, the thing about precision airstrikes is they've been being a little bit weird. They don't always say, hey, precision airstrike coming in. So I did go ahead and push back inside. After it passed over, I'm going to go ahead and run back outside, check the heartbeat, and I see that he is on the heartbeat. This guy, what's up? He's going to end up running out the backside because he did see the vehicle that was coming up. I think it was a quad. I'm going to no scope because I think I'm a hard A, and I'm not going to kill anybody. But the building, the roof, it's actually a little bit, you can shoot through it. So that's the reason you'll see me pop some shots here and there on the roof. But this guy kind of annoyed me. Yes, I could have kept the high ground, but instead I decided to push to the other building beside and see if he was going to push me. I'm checking the window. We're going to mount the window and wait and see if he pushes the top. He's not going to push the top, so I'm going to peek the side again. Now, this is where I start getting antsy. I do have an issue with being able to hold still within the game, but as long as you're playing things correctly, it should be fine. Now, I see 17 meters out. I broke the window. I wasn't going to. I was just going to look in it. But the heartbeat, whenever it switches back to your weapon, it does break the window. So we're checking the heartbeat. I see that he wasn't upstairs. And then I see the tracker footprints leading into this room, which is, by the way, why I use tracker. And then easily destroyed because we knew how to play that. I wanted to go ahead and get the kill because we were running out of time after just spending all that time waiting for him. And we've got 16 grand. So what does that mean? We go ahead and grab some of our loot. We need our self-revive and we need a couple of UAVs. Right? So we immediately call in one UAV. And a lot of people are like, hey, how do you have 3 UAVs? Just so you know, that 3 on the side, that's the number that I use on my keyboard to call it in. I don't have 3 UAVs. I'm not stacking them. I just call in one immediately and then grab another one. That way I have one for later. This is a fantastic tactic. If you're not using it, I highly recommend it, especially if you have a ton of money. You may as well just do it. So didn't get anybody on the UAV. And at this point, it's just like, all right, so we should just go in. I see somebody pop up on the UAV at the last second there. And I go to mark it. I saw that he was right there. So I'm going to start pushing this direction to see if he was flying in or if he was just sitting on the edge. And then I see another person with my second UAV on train station. So we're just going to continue this direction and we're going to try and catch somebody and maybe get a couple more kills. Because right now we're sitting at 8 kills, 30 people left. Feels like kind of a slow game for me. I know for you guys, you're going to be like, slow game. I only get like 5. It's just a different in skill level, guys. I push around the map a lot. A lot of people are like, why are your lobbies so easy? They're not. I'm not trying to be a jerk, but I'm just better than you. The fact is you watch me for a reason. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not here to sound rude or anything like that. But the reason you're watching me is to get better. And why would you watch somebody that is worse than you to get better? You know what I'm saying? So if you're wondering why my lobbies seem easy, it's because I've learned how to play the map and learned how to catch people off guard or learned how to rotate in so that not everyone is shooting at me. Because whenever you're doing dumb things like rotating in bad areas, yeah, you're probably going to die. So I looked around, waited for this guy to move, got an easy knock and an easy finish. Now, the other big thing is that the guy was actually looking at the right side. And that made me a little bit concerned. You always want to check and see why people are doing what they're doing because there's usually a reason for it. Some people are just stupid, but there's usually a reason for it. And then I get lucky and catch this guy just standing on the roof for an easy kill with my sniper. Quick aim down sight for an easy kill. So we got another UAV off this guy's body, and I see another person is right where that other guy was at. So I'm going to check immediately with my HDR. We're going to check the backside to see if we can catch this guy as well. I'm not going to see him. So what that means to me is I need to go ahead and push in, try and get high ground before he pushes to the high ground right in front of us here. Because if he grabs it first, I'm in a bad situation. He does have to come in, and I realize that. But I still want to get that high ground and see if I can get that kill. It's a huge thing for me. I love getting my kills. It makes me feel like I'm more accomplished within the game. And I just enjoy the game a little bit more whenever I'm actually doing some work. So we're going to look over here. I'm thinking maybe he's sitting inside of the building because I saw where he was on the map. It looked like he was up above, but the issue is that I'm just not seeing him. So I'm going to look inside the building. I'm not going to see him. And then we see that the vehicle is moving away. We're going to miss the kill. And at this point, it's just not that big of a deal. Past, 5 shots. I'm not entirely sure how to lead the shots trying to shoot people out of cars. a lot of people are just like, hey man, maybe like, I don't know, 3 feet ahead or something like that. Something very minuscule. That'll do it for you. And then whenever I try that, it never works. So I'm not sure how exactly to lead my shots. I'm still learning to lead my shots with the HDR because it is something that's a little bit more difficult, especially on vehicles that, you know, do have roofs and things like that. So it is a little bit more difficult, but we do have to move in. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds to get inside the circle. And something that another content creator would tell you is to not immediately push in, but to do the pinwheel rotation. Now, I've said this before in a video, and I'm going to say it again right now. Don't listen to everything that you hear from content creators, okay? I'm not saying in any way that they're wrong. In no way, okay? But the big thing is you have to implement into your gameplay the way that you play with their stuff. If you want to get better, yes, listen to me. Listen to Isaac, listen to J God, all these guys, all these great guys with fantastic content. They have, I can't tell you how much their content's helped me become a better player, but at the same time, I have to implement it into my game plan the way that I want to play. And that's something you got to keep in mind. So we saw a bounty over here, and I want to go ahead and push the bounty. For me, I want to push kills. That's just how I am. I don't care that much about getting a win because I've got 100 wins, dude. Like, what does it matter? What does it matter at this point? Who gives a fudge about a win if it doesn't matter to me? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go to the roof, and I'm going to try and get the guy before he gets to the roof. I hear him bust open a door, which means to me that he's on the bottom. But we're going to push to the top, and I'm going to go ahead and push over on top of the ladder. Now, this is where things get a little bit sticky. In just a minute, we're going to see a vehicle rolling up, and that's going to make things a little bit more difficult on me. But I'm trying to be as quiet as I possibly can to entice this guy to maybe come up. And throws a C4. Don't worry about it. I didn't like it, but it is what it is. I'm going to toss the C4 back down just to let him know who daddy is. And then I'm going to start healing up so that he'll start healing up instead of pushing while I heal. And we do have this truck right here. I wanted to get sick nasty with the truck. And then this guy starts pushing up. He falls back down immediately. The guy on the truck starts pushing up again. He pops some shots on me, which means I have to get a little bit closer to this guy. But I'm also keeping in mind maybe he does have another C4. And then I see the truck start moving away, and I'm like, all right, maybe I don't have to get crazy or anything. But I pop a few shots on the truck. Now, let me explain to you why I do that. It's not like I'm being dumb and I'm like, oh, this guy's going to come up behind me and I'm not going to know what's going on. I popped the shots because I wanted him to come up. I wanted him to think that I was sniping at somebody else so that he would take the opportunity to push into me and I can get an easy kill on him because he wasn't expecting it, which it worked. I mean, plain and simple, it's all about outsmarting your enemy. And if you can do that, you'll pretty much win most of your games. So I'm sitting here. I see the truck over there, but I do know that I have to push backwards. I'm going to take a half an opportunity, just a half a second, to go on top of this building and check and see if I see the guy. And then whenever the circle comes in, I'm just not going to worry about it. So I'm like, you know what? No point. Sadly, I did just miss a gas mask there. I didn't even realize it. But I'm just going to leave. I see my vehicle still sitting here with its trophy on it. May as well go ahead and push into downtown. A lot of people would just slowly rotate the edge. Now, you've heard a billion times from every content creator, you got to rotate the edge. You got to go really slow. But at this point, do you really want to? Do you actually want to go slow if there's going to be 1,000 people on the outside of the map? The meta is going to slowly change. Please keep that in mind whenever you're playing this game. Don't expect every game to go exactly how your favorite YouTuber says it will, because it's not going to. I don't get easy lobbies all the time. I don't get hard lobbies all the time. I don't always have people rotating the outside. I don't always have people in the center. Yes, you can do well if you rotate the outside and slowly pick off people, but I will say it's not always going to work, so don't expect it to. It's a good tactic. It's a fantastic tactic, but don't expect it to always work. So for me, I'm going to push in. I'm going to take high ground on the inside, and I'm going to watch people come into me. I'm just going to put myself in a good position and watch the outside to see if I can catch people coming in. This is a different tactic. It works just as well. You just have to be able to pull it off because not a lot of people can do it. A lot of people will get caught going into the circle immediately because somebody else is doing exactly what you're wanting to do. So just be expecting to get into a gunfight and be prepared for something like that. Now, as I push up, I check the other side. I don't see anybody. And then somebody's going to start sniping at me on that building. He hits a quick shot on me. I'm going to immediately lay down and heal up because if he shoots me again, I'm dead. I know that doesn't sound right, but it's easier to kill you whenever you're on your health than it is on your armor. So I'm going to crack the guy in the head. Have no idea how it just cracks his armor. Really kind of pisses me off, but there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to back up. I realize I only have one bullet in my gun. I may as well reload. You don't want to, you know, waste that one bullet whenever you need to hit another shot. So it's better to just go ahead and hit that reload. I see the guy running to the right. Pop another shot. I'm like, okay, well, if I just broke his armor on the last one, I want to hit his head on this one. So I aimed a little bit higher. Lo and behold, it doesn't actually hit is the issue. So I'm stuck in just like a weird situation now where I've got to pop shots on this guy. He shoots me again. I'm like, all right, this is just getting stupid. I have no plates. There really feels like there's no reason to be fighting this. And so I may as well check the other side and hope this guy's not going to fight me right here. I see a guy running around fighting another vehicle. And so I'm going to pop some shots. Now, the big thing is I know that I only have 2 armor plates, so I can't get shot here. If I get shot here, I'm screwed. I got to hit that reload. I got to be prepared. If these guys are going to fight it out, I got to watch my backside. There's a billion things going on right now, and I'm watching everything. Don't get super tunnel vision. This guy's going to slowly start moving in. I'm going to pop him one time. I'm going to shoot the vehicle, crack his armor. I'll shoot the vehicle again. It is disabled. He's going to hop out. I'm going to shoot him right in the buns, and he's dead. We are now on 13 kills, and this is where things, once again, are going to get a little bit sticky. The circle is moving in. I have 1 minute to move in, and I have to check every angle really quick before I hop out. I'm checking to see if that guy's hopping back on top of the building. I'm going to see if somebody's coming in from stadium and see if I can catch an easy kill. But I don't see anybody, so I'm going to drop down, grab plates. I'm going to grab plates. Keep that in mind. I'm grabbing 2 things of plates. I'm going to heal up, and then I'm going to leave. Grab my plates. I might actually grab a UAV if I'm not wrong. 2 of them. Yep, 2 of them. And then we're going to go ahead and leave. We're going to head right to the building where that guy was at because it's the building that has high ground, but is also inside the circle. As we get there, the circle is going to close, and we're going to have just another little bit of circle on the top of the building. So that's going to work to our advantage. But I called in the UAV. I checked to see where everybody's at, and I decide, hey, I'm not going to push right where everybody's at. I want to push around that area so I can get the kills, but I don't want to push directly into them from the ground. If you push in from the ground when people are on the roof, it's 10 times harder to get those kills and basically almost impossible, especially in these buildings with only 1 or 2 ways up, or whenever you get to the top, it's only 1 way up, which is stairs. So I'm going to go ahead and take the stairs in this building. I was looking around for an elevator because even if the guy was on the roof and he heard me, it wouldn't really matter because he's on the roof and taking the elevator doesn't take that long. Yes, he'd know I was there, but I'm not entirely sure where the elevator is in this building. So we just take the stairs, do it as fast as possible. I'm not even worried about the guy hearing me because what's he going to do? Sit in the stairs and wait for me? If I hear him moving around, I can easily prepare myself for a gunfight and kill him because the ram up close actually does a ton of damage. So we're on the 10th floor right here. We're almost to the top. We're getting really close. And by getting really close, I mean, we're still not even there yet. These buildings are super, super annoying, but you got to be really careful whenever you're in the buildings because if you do run into a guy on the stairs, if you're not prepared for it, you're going to die, plain and simple. But I'm going to pop the UAV right as I get to the top. The reason I do that is because I want to make sure the guy is not on the roof anymore. Now, I see there's a guy really, really close to me on my left-hand side. I'm also going to peek this roof right here for half a second just to see if anybody's peeking me. No one's looking. So I shoot down inside that tent. I don't hit anything. And then I'm like, you know what? Maybe if I shot a few shots with my ram. So I hit him and he decides he's going to run inside. I'm going to pop some more shots and I don't kill him because I suck at the game. I don't know what you want from me. But at this point, there's no reason to rush anybody. If you're rushing anybody this late in the game, you're doing the wrong thing. You need to take it easy. You need to prepare for people coming from the outside because there are going to be people doing that pinwheel rotation. So just take it easy, play slow, put yourself in a good position, take the high ground and whatever you can, get head glitches, things like that. Positioning is key at the end of the game. Don't be running out in the open if you don't need to run out in the open. Take high ground, take buildings, especially with downtown circles because they are tough. They are unbelievably hard to deal with. And then I immediately get beamed. That actually scared me a little bit right now. But that guy headshot me 1 shot while I'm fighting somebody else. Dumb move on my part to be that hungry for kills. This is what I'm talking about, guys. If you get too hungry, you're going to die. Luckily, I did have that self-revive. So I'm just going to wait on this building. I'm going to peek the other roof and see if I can find him. He does move around the left side. I'm not going to hit anything. And I'm going to wait and see if this guy is going to peek again. I'm not seeing anything happen. We're going to lay down, get a quick reload. That way, once again, you're not sitting on 1 bullet. You crack somebody once. You want to be able to hit that second shot. He's not peeking it. I see a guy below me. Mentally, I'm keeping that in my head. He's shooting me. There's a guy up above. He died. He died. He hit the ground. He slammed into the ground. Yeah. I don't want to talk about it. Now, I think there's another guy up on top of the building above, so I'm going to wait and see if he's going to push. And I don't see anything, but I do see a guy coming around that right side there. We're going to go ahead and try and get this kill. I'm not going to get the kill, but I see this guy coming down. Easy clap. You're an idiot. Stop running the riot shield, you piece of trash. And then I wait for the circle. The circle in Warzone now moves, if you didn't know, if you've been under a rock. So I want to just prepare myself to push, but I do have the high ground. I do have a gas mask. There's no reason to be the first person out. I can sit in the gas for around 12, 15 seconds. And so I'd rather just wait and see if somebody else is going to push. It's a 1v1 situation. May as well wait. Gonna see if this guy's gonna take that first leap of faith. And ladies and gentlemen, he's terrified of the gas. So I get an easy kill and an easy dub. So that's it. That's how you destroy with the RAM and the HDR. It's that simple. Alrighty, guys, that is gonna do it for the video. If you did go on to enjoy, drop the video a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and turn on notifications. That way you get notified every single time I post a video. We're on our way to 70,000 subscribers, and if you could subscribe, that'd be dope. Also, make sure you follow me over on twitch.tv/IamExpel. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday starting at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. YouTube videos go live every day on YouTube starting at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And last but not least, guys, just go check out my other videos. And if you're not going to do that, have a great day. Thank you guys immensely. Hope you all have a good one, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.